We were almost done spraying. We actually had a catastrophic failure on our sprayer yesterday. New tractor, new discs. First time riding the new tractor. I'm a little giddy.
Good morning. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms. It's about 8:50 on Tuesday morning. Beautiful day in June in beautiful Jackson County, Iowa. Today we are heading to the farm. We are going to put in a food plot for the deer. Ron's supposed to be coming up after work and we will get it put in. So I'm gonna head out, get all the stuff ready to go, get the disc hooked up and get the drags up there so we get that all done. Got a bunch of seed. And we are going to put in about a 2-acre food plot of beans today. So that's what we're gonna do. And hopefully we'll get bales. They raked it yesterday. Hopefully they got it baled either last night or today. So we'll be moving bales too sometime. So with that being said, you got the bud man heading out to the farm, and we'll talk to you a little bit later.
Well guys, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all. Welcome to Hartung Family Farms, and we're back on the farm. It is June 16th, my first day back on the farm in a very long time, 3 weeks plus. So yeah, a lot has changed, an absolute lot. You can kind of see, we baled our first crop. We are all done baling our first crop of hay and grass. So I'll kind of update you guys a little bit on that, but basically, we have alfalfa scattered out across all our farms, but when we're up here in Bellevue, we also like to bale this pasture here because cows like grass that's like this tall. They don't like eating grass that's already headed out. So what we like to do is we bale our 2 pastures where a majority of our cows are at, and then in a week or so, when the grass is probably a foot tall, we'll release them out into this pasture, and they're going to absolutely love it and enjoy their life. So, and the bright side is we get hay out of it too. So we're probably going to get like 10 bales out of that one, 14 bales out of that one over here. So, but yeah, so we're back on the farm. We got first crop hay. We are all done planting, obviously. Those guys just look at me weird. We were almost done spraying. We actually had a catastrophic failure on our sprayer yesterday. Get into that a little bit later. But we're hoping to get done spraying. I wouldn't say catastrophic. Steering pump, power steering pump went out. So Pat was able to get it home from the Andrew farm. So, but once they get that fixed tomorrow at noon, we should be able to get, I apologize for the wind. We should be able to get everything sprayed, all the corn sprayed by Thursday or Friday. Because all we got left is Andrew and then Bellevue for second pass. So, I'm just walking out right now. You can kind of see the weeds. This is a bare spot right here where we had a lot of compaction. You can kind of see the weeds are starting to pop up. I'm not very good at identifying weeds quite yet, so I'm learning. But you can kind of see this field is pretty clean. I spray it with a shot of Mesotrone and our generic dual, and it looks pretty clean. It's good. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna come in our second pass and just knock out these little buggers right here. There is weeds coming up. There's not a ton of them, but if we knock it out right now, kill all these weeds, by the time the corn canopies, no sunlight will be able to get to the ground, and that way no weeds or invasive plants will be able to survive. And that means all the sunlight and nutrients will go to our corn and not to our weeds. And that's why we spray, guys. We spray, we use genetically modified corn to be able to spray and have a much more spraying efficacy and efficiency. So that way we maximize the amount of nutrients go to our corn and not to weeds and pests. So I'm just walking around right now. Our corn looks really, really good. Spacing is good. There's a couple skips and doubles. But you'll have that with a conventional planter. But what I care about is I'm a sprayer guy. I run our sprayer for the most part, and it is clean. That's what I like to see. No major big weeds. Because if I would have missed a spot in the sprayer, you'd see it because there'd be weeds as big as this corn. But because the weeds are nice and small, that means I killed it and it's the second growth. So we'll come in the next couple days, knock all these weeds out, and we will be done spraying corn. Woot. So anyway, let's get back to the task at hand. Today, guys, we are going to be growing deer, attempting to be growing bigger deer. What I mean by that was going to put a food plot in of soybeans, and we're going to be using some new equipment. Oh, it's awesome. Can't wait to, guys. Let's go let's see what's going on. Alrighty guys, I'm in the brand new tractor. Let's fire it. Where's your keys? Now I'm in the brand new tractor, guys. Let's fire it up. First time firing it up since we've owned it. What we're gonna do is, my dad got bale forks for it. Right there. We're gonna drop the bucket. So you drop the bucket, you gotta unhook the Euro. It's basically a pin that goes through those bottom things right there. You unhook it, and you can drop it. Sweet. First time using the loader. So I'm assuming I already did a video talking about this tractor, why we got it and stuff like that, but this is my first time using it. First time hooking up to a bale fork. I mean, this is awesome. It's got 30 hours on this tractor. New Holland T6 155. And we're gonna use it today to move bales and to work our food plot. What is this? Might as well burn this, no one looks at that. So now we're gonna hook the disc up. It's just a one hydraulic valve that raises it up and down as I went through before. So we're just gonna hook it up into this first valve and meeting the tractor to the disc for the first time. Look at that thing. New tractor, new disc, new to us disc. So right now, we got the disc hooked up, let's get going. It's time to move. We got the New Holland tractor, 29.6 hours. Let's move. Hi, Dad.
Okay, you got the Budman back here again. Hello there. Got the disc all hooked up. We're gonna head down and work on the food plot. We're gonna plant some beans today. It's gonna be a great day. Get it in before the rain. It's supposed to rain Friday, Saturday, Sunday, hopefully a little bit. We could use a little rain up here. As you can see, it's a little dusty. We're heading down to the food plot. Once again, you got the Budman up here in beautiful Jackson County. You ever get to Lamont, Iowa, make sure you stop at Bubba's. They got the best burgers you'll ever eat. You won't go away hungry. So, shout out to Bubba's out in Lamont, Iowa.
First time riding the new tractor. I'm a little giddy. This is fun. This is very fun. Disc seems like it's doing pretty good. One bearing in the back is a little bit wobbly, but it's alright. We're making her down the road though. That's the biggest thing. 25.5 mile an hour is what she can do. She's a semi-power shift, so she's got three different ranges, I'll call it. She's got a road range. She's got 1 and 2, push forward and back. Actually, I'll just go ahead and do a new driving video on this thing. So, yeah, this is fun. This is very fun. There's the neighbor baling his hay. He's got some nice 1086 tractor and some old hay equipment. Pretty nice. We're just coming down. Our beans are looking real good, and you can definitely tell we turned around in the end rows because they got compacted. But most of the field looks pretty good as far as weed control and emergence. Here's our grass hay right here. Probably gonna get 14. Probably got 14 bales out of this one. Probably got 9 out of this other one. Or maybe the other way around. I'm not sure. But either way, let's go ahead and get moving. Alrighty, guys. I'm excited to announce that Tractor Mat they gave us a mat to try out. And the biggest reason why I wanted one was A, because it's a new tractor, and B, we're going to be doing some manure work with this. And the benefits with this mat is it's really easy to put in there. It's laser molded to fit your exact tractor, so you can kind of see it's going to fit perfectly in there once I get her nice and squeezed. And basically, you can get this thing all muddy, pull it out, power wash it, so that way he doesn't destroy his new tractor.
That's right.
So we're really excited to announce it. Tractor Mat actually gave a coupon code. So I believe you get a free gift with your mat. If you guys use the code in the description, I believe it's Hartung Family Farms. Highly recommend it. As soon as we got a tractor, I was like, we need to get a mat. So the Tractor Mat guys are great to work with. So I highly recommend it, guys. I'll go into more details later, but we need to get moving. But just look how clean this is. Oh, I love it. So we're gonna be using the new tractor T6 155 and the new to us disc Kiwani 14 footer to go up and disc our food plots so we can grow some great Iowa deer. So you guys can have some great hunting videos later. We're gonna put a food plot in for animals to grow to. We'll hunt around it later in the year, but it basically provides them food for the entire year. So we're really looking forward to get this thing in. We weren't able to get a food plot in last year, so we're really gonna do it this year, that's for sure. So I need to head up on top of the hill. I'll skirt the hillside, and it's in this back corner here. So there's the field. that we were in before that I sprayed, and this is my dad's field. We're going actually in the food plot down this way. We're gonna go disc it. Alrighty guys, now it's time to start disking. Gonna disc this food plot. So this stuff is working up much nicer, but the stuff that's got a lot of green in it, a lot of weeds and roots, yeah, it's gonna need to be worked a couple times, but this stuff isn't working too bad up here. For sure. But hey, 400 bucks. Can't complain with that. It's doing its job. Look at Bud Man.
There's Tony.
No, it's GoPro.
Okay, you got the Bud Man back here. We're up here at the food plot. Looks like we'll have to run over this a couple times. But we'll drag it or disc it a couple times, and then we'll drag it, seed it, re-drag it, and we're done. It's about 1.5 acres, just shy of 2 acres, goes down around all the way up and back around over to here. Put some Roundup on it to kill the weeds and did a fairly good job of it, so we'll see what happens here. Moving dirt, that's what we're doing. Moving dirt. Say about a half hour, we should have this done. So, we'll see what happens.
Seems like it works better when you go faster. Because that's the first round was going like 4, that's 5, and the rest have been at 6. I think it works better because it just grabs it and can throw this stuff.
You have to do it this way and then this way.
Yep. So I'll have to work it quite a bit, but you can kind of see, so there's some tough grasses in here. This stuff hasn't been worked in a couple years, so the root system's pretty strong. You really see like down there, it's pretty strong to disc up, stuff like that, but it's working. This old girl's doing her job, so we'll keep her moving. And it's doing an okay job. Like I said, there's quite a bit of roots in here, so I don't know what we're gonna do, but we'll keep moving. So I found out, I'm running right now, I'm just doing my finishing pass. I found out that the faster I go, the more smoother and more it cuts in. So my thought behind that is this thing doesn't weigh that much. So what happens is when I'm going slow, it just follows the tough roots. So I see it zigzagging. So when I'm cruising along, it actually cuts through. It doesn't just follow the weeds or follow that root structure. So I'm actually doing a halfway decent job. It's just a thick spot here and a thick spot over there. So I think, ow, bouncing. So I think I'm just about done. I think I'm about ready to call it quits. But this thing looks pretty good. I'm honestly happy with how well it worked up. I've been at it for this for about right at 45 minutes. This thing's working up real good. See, I'm going 8 miles an hour right now. See how it's flinging that dirt? It's not really moving side to side. That's what I want. It's really breaking up those clods, breaking up those roots. Like right here, you'll see it. Hitting the root spot, really breaking it up. It's what I like to see. There's a hole there. So initial thoughts, I really like it. The AC took a while to get going, but it's finally kicking in. Fuel tank really, the fuel gauge level really likes to move back and forth depending on the hill. So I don't really like that, but I mean, there's not much I can do about it. This thing's got plenty of power for this little disc. I mean, yeah, it's a little disc. Sweet. So I think this will be my last pass. I think it looks pretty good. I think I'm calling her good. Good enough for me. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna broadcast spread this, spread soybeans on here, and then use 2 4-wheelers and a drag and drag everything in. So I like it. We'll see how it works. Alrighty, so I am all done. Like I said, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back, we're gonna broadcast spread this, so I'll be back up here to explain a little bit more, but like I said, first off, overall impression. So I don't break anything, but gotta stay more to the uphill side. It's definitely a narrow spot to get back here. This thing's 14 feet wide and I'm using all 14 feet, or 12 feet wide, sorry. So yeah, I like it. The disc worked well. I really should put some weight on it. I might actually, if I find some Deere or suitcase weights, figure out something easy to put some weight on this thing to really make it cut in more. But I just kind of, like I was mentioning before, I use speed instead of weight. So I went 8 miles an hour, but I don't want to do that the whole time because that's how you tear some equipment up. So yeah, I'm happy with it, guys. I really am. Worked well. So now we're gonna come back and put a nice food plot in for our beautiful homegrown Eastern Iowa deer to munch on and get nice and big for us. And just to have a good habitat for them. Deer, turkey, whatever. Let's head back down the hill. This thing's almost out of fuel, so local fuel delivery guy's gonna fill it up, and I'm gonna bring the side-by-side up with the seed. So now we're heading down the hill. Put an hour on so far. Heading down the hill. This equipment was from Kuhnau Implement. Thank you, Ryan Heilig, and all the staff at Kuhnau's to get this tractor ready for us. We like it so far. Got plenty of power for what we need. It's got plenty of loader for what we need. That's a great tractor. Did we have to buy brand new? No, but we got one heck of a deal on it, so we weren't gonna pass it up. And this thing will last us for a very long time, we hope. And we're definitely gonna use it a ton, because look at how much of this timber we gotta keep up with. We got hay we're gonna keep up with. I'm actually probably gonna move hay bales after we get done seeding. Move hay bales, timber to keep up with, cattle jobs, manure. We got a lot to do, so it was justified. And just a note, we are going to be selling our bale truck now, guys. $7,500 what we want for it. It's got 186,000 miles on it. It's got a working bale truck or bale frame where you can grab 2 bales and transport them down the road. It's a beautiful truck. Picture will be right here. So email us if you guys have any questions, but we're asking $7,500 for it. All right, so my likes so far. Great spacious cab for how small this thing is. Like, wow, I can really stretch out. Awesome cab. Good sound system. Great lights, I know that for a fact. I like the transmission, so it's a semi-power shift, like I said before. It's got a low range and a high range, and it's got a road gear as well. And to get into road gear, I got a clutch when I'm in 12, and then just hit up one, that'll get me to 13. So it's got 3 ranges. It's a nice power reverser here, or a shuttle shifter. The hydraulics are a little bit sticky, don't love that. I love that the loader is right here. There's not very many tractors you can run the loader right here from your arm. Like, that is awesome. I really love that. Great visibility. It's a great package for a smaller frame. It's got 120 engine horsepower, I believe, 125. Dislikes, the air conditioning was a little lax when I first turned it on. It's much better right now. Like, I got it as cold as I wanted in here, but it definitely was laxed at first. Yeah, this tractor mat is already coming in handy. Look how dirty I already got it. Oh man, this is gonna be so nice that I can just roll this thing out, take it out, power wash it, put it back. Tractor mat's an awesome, awesome service. You can put it in tractors, gators, combines, just about anything. And they actually, you can only buy them in certain models because they laser measure and build the mat to exactly your tractor. Because look, it just measures, follows the contours perfectly. Like, look at that down there. Follows the cutout absolute perfectly. So highly recommend them. Link to be down in the description, guys. So now let's go ahead and get moving. Let's go seed some soybeans. Running the brand new tractor, 31 hours on it right now. Got the disc behind me, but I'm moving bales. While moving bales off this grass field we baled. Kind of see I loaded up the truck. My dad's bale truck, loaded that up. Excuse me. Is it just quicker for me to load him up instead of him actually using the claws, because they do take about 30 seconds to cycle. So we're just moving these bales to the side of the road, that way my dad can pick them up pretty easily. Now we're gonna take the side-by-side up the hill, and got 2 little hand spinners, spin on the soybeans, get ourselves some steps in. And my dad bought 2 little drag sections on an auction last week. We're actually gonna hook them to the back of the 4-wheel and the side-by-side and drag that field and really work those soybeans into the ground. So they're just little sections right now, they're free, but I think eventually we're gonna try and build a frame for them so we can actually use the frame to drag it around. That's a project for another day. Right here's where I hit that log. Whoops. Alright, so now we got these 2 hand spinners. We got the Whiz, it's a battery powered one, and we got the little hand crank one. We're just gonna basically put some soybean seeds and a little bit of food plot mix. We're gonna stick it all and manually spread it all through all this ground I just worked. Sweet, so now like I said, I got a trigger down there and I'll just push the hand crank. It's a 2-band job, so I'll stick you guys right here so you can see. So now we're putting green beans on. Toad's my refiller. Those guys just brought lunch. We're gonna keep doing this. I'm gonna go get the disc. We're actually gonna, instead of dragging, we're actually just gonna lightly disc it and flip the soil and bury these things.
Okay, you got the Bud Man again. How we doing? You got Toad and Shane. Ronald in the tractor. Jesse way over there smoking a cigarette. Okay, the beans are planted. What we're going to do now is we're going to let the disc down as light as we possibly can. And we're just going to disc it in. Disc the seeds in. And that way we get about 1 inch or 2 inches deep on the seeds. As you can see, the seeds are here. And over here, there's not too many seeds. So that's what he's going to do. He's going to disc it in. Then we'll be done. Job well done. Hopefully get a little rain now and then we'll have her done. So with that being said, Hartung Family Farms, ta-ta for now.
First thing he does when he hops in here and says, oh, you got the new mat. This thing is nice. Yeah, sure, it's a nice to have thing, guys, but it's a real nice thing to have. So I'm just on my last pass. What we ended up doing was, instead of dragging, I'm lightly running the disc to kind of cover up the seed and make it about 1 inch or 2 deep, and to kind of knock out these clumps. So this will be a real nice food plot, we hope. Worked up much better than I was thinking it was. I'm gonna smoke my dad here. Overall, I like it. I was worried when I first bought this disc when I was down in Texas. I didn't look at it at all. Kind of got lucky. So I'm on the last pass and we'll work around, call it good, and hopefully this stuff will grow. My dad might spray it one more time. It's Roundup or glyphosate resistant, so Roundup. So we might spray it one more time to kill these weeds. Those are the 2 drag sections my dad bought for like 150 bucks. So yeah, the disc is done. Call it good. Head them out, load them up, roll tide. I think that's how it goes. Probably not. It's a showdown. Red versus green. Massey versus New Holland. Who's gonna win? Both of us. A nice little side mower. Cars, if you are driving, don't park right next to a mailbox when you pull off the side of the road. I appreciate you pulling off the side of the road, but just look to your left, make sure there's not a mailbox that makes it tight. Because yeah, I was 6 inches away from knocking that one over. So yeah, I'm going to take this disc and these 2 drag sections back up top, drop them off, and I might go haul a load of beans for Pat, or I'll talk to my dad, see what all he wants to do. But yeah, we get that food plot in about 2.5 hours. Not too shabby. Make sure nothing's broken. Caught a stump with that other one. I think I'll probably almost parallel park it right here. So this one I'm wondering if it's loose. Doesn't seem loose, but it definitely, oh, yep, cracked that one off. Sorry, well, Curtis's weld is there, but cracked the rest of that plate off. Yeah. Need to stick another plate and have them weld it, but project for another day. For the most part, everything else looks pretty good on this little disc. And this disc's maiden voyage. So I think I'm gonna parallel park it right here if I can. Get it out of the way. All right, my dad's gonna take over. He's gonna move some bales, get the drone up in the air. He's like a kid in a candy store. He loves his brand new tractor. I love it too, it's kind of nice. Like I said, guys, I might get some criticism and stuff or we might get some criticism and stuff for buying a brand new tractor, but you know, compared to that used 3,000 hour John Deere, this thing was only a couple thousand more. And it came with everything except a grapple bucket. So to buy a brand new tractor with warranty, a 5-year emissions warranty and a full year bumper to bumper warranty, or loader tip to 3-point warranty, for only a couple thousand more, it just made sense, guys. Like, I wanted to get into Deere. We were pricing out every single color, Massey, Kubota, New Holland, Case, John Deere. And quite honestly, guys, Kubota or New Holland won. It was the size of the tractor, it had the features we wanted, it had the features we didn't need, but it has it. And it had the price, it had the warranty, it has everything, guys. So we were happy with this decision and the service and support. Our local dealer, Kunal, who is 15 minutes away, can support this at any time. So it was the right tractor for us, guys. So I really hope that you see where we're coming from. I know I wanted a Deere, I know I wanted to try the Kubota, but this New Holland works. So thank you, Kunal Equipment, for giving us for pointing us in this direction. We're really happy with it so far. Handles any bale that we want. All right, let's get the drone up in the air now.